It was like a month or so back, I was hearing everybody on the internet talking about Mormon kids soaking.
Oh my god.
It's not fucking though, but you and me, we're not gonna fuck. My dick's just gonna be inside you. And Ariana's gonna jump on the couch, we're gonna soak, okay?
Exactly.
Because we fuck, that's against God's will. So what do you think of soaking, Ariana?
Soaking.
Do you know what that is?
Yes, I know exactly what that is because I listened to a podcast called The Mormon and the Meth Head. And
That's
he talks about soaking.
Well.
And how it's like a loophole for.
That's great.
Well, let's start this and we'll get on to the conversation.
Let's see now. Hi. Welcome to the Strobing Butt Plug. This is episode something.
26.
I think it's 26.
Six-ish?
Let's see. I'm your host today. The hostess with the leastest.
No,
Okay, she's the hostess with the leastest when she's the host. My name is Missy. This is Ariana. This is Ron. They're my lovely co-hosts. We don't have the buddy today.
Not yet.
Oh, he's outside.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, I can let him in.
So we're going to have the buddy today.
Before I forget about it.
The buddy's probably gonna get cold out there.
There's
Here's
the buddy. The buddy's excited.
The buddy.
He's like, fuck you guys.
He's like, you're gonna forget me. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
This is good stuff. Oh, I bet I need a can opener. Or a bottle opener. I'm going to get the bottle opener real quick.
Man, buddy is
We
really...
are not prepared today.
Buddy is
No?
really mad.
I feel like it seems like we've not done this in well over a week. I can't.
It's
So-
on the other side.
Yes.
So, in terms of things not being normal, the video qualities went back to GoPro because...
Dude.
here comes Buddy.
Knock that down. Oh my god. I don't have the thing there.
Yes, Buddy. Say it again.
Give me a pillow.
There we go.
But he needs a pillow. Come on.
Buddy's very upset. Does
Your
Buddy
cats are
enjoy
the
it?
most pampered cats I've ever met, to the point where they all have to be babied, and if it's not perfect, they're just like, fuck you. Hi, buddy.
Nah, he don't care.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Hi, Buddy. Anyway,
They
we
look
hit
like
it.
they'd be really soft and,
They're kind of fleece-like.
well, they're not too much fleece-like. I do have some fleecy ones that are really nice and warm. There's some ugly-ass Christmas ones.
Our video quality went down. We went to the GoPro because I quit my other job and I had to give that computer back.
There you go.
So that's why anything might look funky.
So today, on the Strobing Butt Plug, I am going to open a Fall Festival beer from the Ellicottville Brewing Company. I've had these for quite a while.
I'm still previewing this.
Yeah, that's cool. I kind of figured.
Ready?
This is brewed with select Bavarian hops. Let's see. It's from Ellicottville. I don't even know if I'm saying that right.
What is it?
It looks like it's Ellicottville, Ellicottville, New York.
Okay.
And Little Valley, New York. That's where it's brewed and bottled in. Oops, wrong one.
I have to say I'm a big fan of Taft's.
Taft's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taft's is cool.
I haven't had too many of them, but the ones that I've had I really like, so.
The other day I almost put my hands on a key lime pie they did.
Sounds good.
That was that day I was going to go buy some like singles from Kroger's. They were going to try to charge me like $10 for a single can. I'm going, no.
Oh, wow. Kroger.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this, like, that strawberry milkshake one we did was really good, and this pumpkin pie one I'm drinking tastes like pumpkin pie. I dig it. Did we, like, say what we're doing yet?
Oh, no.
Like,
Other than the one beer.
Did you the porn shot?
I did the one beer.
Porn
This particular.
put your hand up.
Oh, yeah.
Makeup videos. Remember the makeup tutorials?
That's right. And then the other beer that is not the. What is that? Why is that so? That's the empty one. It's like, why is it so light? I did that on purpose. I was like, I was like, I'm an idiot. It is Brinktoberfest. It was left over from when I bought October beer, even though it's not October anymore. Alrighty.
Let's see.
That's right, the Mysterious Beerius. It's gonna be great.
So fall festival is like what? Generic October festival?
Lay down,
Yeah,
buddy.
something like that.
You're all up in my way. I can't get my beer. Here.
It's like basically saying that you can drink this all through November too.
This smells a little skunky.
I thought it. I still have weird smells. It kind of smells like rotten meat. How about you? But it's good.
I'm thinking I shouldn't have just chugged that hoppy IPA because it's thrown my flavor off. Because at the moment it's just tasting like a beer.
Okay, I think it tastes pretty good.
Okay, I'm getting a little bit of a sweet smell, like after I get the initial skunk smell.
I think it's one too.
Oh my guy.
So, what's today?
Why don't you lay down?
What is today? It is the
No ass licking
On
on.
9th
9th.
of November.
Yep.
Alrighty. Anybody do anything really cool?
I quit my job and it was cool.
I did too, but that was 2 weeks ago. I already spoke of that.
I did not.
Jump on the bandwagon with us. Quit your job.
My old job there, the fuckers were not allowing me to give my notice until the big boss from White Plains said I was allowed to.
That's so dumb.
And part of the reason I was quitting was because they threatened to fire me last year when I had COVID. And I did not mention this to any of that to any of the people at Dannon. I just simply said, hey, I got an opportunity making more money. I did mention to my recruiter though, and I know that everything I said to her got sent back to Grant. That being said, he did not speak to me directly the entire time, that entire 2-week period, he did not speak to me. He talked to Rocky, my direct boss, several times. He yelled at Rocky and bawled his ass out at least twice that I'm aware of, because Rocky yelled at me.
Fun times.
And when they finally said, okay, you can announce you're leaving, I was like, well, all right. This was Thursday last week. My last day was supposed to be Friday. I was like, hey, everybody, just so you know, fuck you, I'm out. I've got another job, blah, blah, blah. My last day is tomorrow, ha, 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 ha. And everybody just got real awful to me because I gave that little time. And I got to checking, oh, hey, I had a whole vacation day left. So my last day, I was a vacation day, and I just said fuck it and blew it off.
Fun times.
3-day weekends when you quit a job are beautiful. Started the new job on Monday. It was an amazing transition. The place is a destroyed mess. Their old IT department quit in an angry huff. I've got a lot of picking up to do, and I'm in the perfect place to rule the world. I love it.
It's gonna rule the world.
Yeah. Got a pinky in the brain, that shit.
I was thinking that. I'm gonna take over the world.
I mean, you know, why not? They'll let me build it how I want it. That's what I've done. What's up with you guys?
So I had something I was going to talk about, but I
She
can't
forgot.
fucking remember.
Oh man, I thought you had like a couple things.
I did.
I can't remember any of it.
What were we talking about before we first really started butt plugging?
She's gonna remember it all when we go to shut off.
Well, we were talking about eyeshadow.
Eyeshadow and calling yourself a whore in the mirror and
Oh
loving
yeah,
yourself?
talking to ourselves in the mirror.
That's right.
Because I was like, don't know how to do makeup very well, and I'm like, I have all this eyeshadow in this drawer, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try and put some eyeshadow on. I put it on, and I'm like, man, you look like a whore. And then we were just kind of talking about how we like the shit we say to ourselves in the mirror.
That's right.
Like, I'll call myself a dumbass every once in a while in the mirror. And some
That's
days I'm
right.
like, you look hot today, bitch. And, you know, just that sort of thing.
Right. I used to do that when I tried to do my makeup and I thought I would suck at it. It's kind of like, oh, God, you suck at this. Oh, well, whatever. And just roll my eyes at myself and shit. Be like, God, you are fucking horrible. It's kind of funny sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes you're nice to yourself, sometimes you're not.
That's right.
Sometimes it's funny to not be nice to yourself in the mirror.
That's
Sometimes
right.
you're just being funny and not actually being an asshole to yourself.
Weren't you talking about like talking to two of yourself in the mirror?
I did. I had when she said that, I was like, man, when I was young and I was at my parents' house, or my house, they had this mirror that had, 3 things, so I would fold it. And then I thought it looked really funny that I had 2 of myself beside each other, and I was like making them have a conversation. It was really funny.
I told her she should, next time she goes over there, try to make herself look like she's making out with herself.
Maybe. No, what did I do? So I did full day of Uber and Lyft. I don't think there was anything too amazing. It's really nice only doing the short trips. I think the first day that I went to do it, I was like, man, because I didn't do any full days before last week when I was on here. So my first full day last week, when I woke up, it was just weird to me because I was like, man, it's going to be so long. I'm going to have this long trip. I'm like, I'm not having a long trip. That was like last week I had a long trip. And so it was a bunch of little short trips, and it was really nice. And it was just like the days go by really fucking fast, even though I do those 18-hour days, and it's really nice. But this week, I had the best tip ever. I had dude give me a fucking calzone. That was nice. I was like, I never had a Donato's calzone before, and it's not like greasy and chewy like the majority of I mean, I think that's good, but it was more so dry and crispy, like a thin crust type thing. It was really good, and like a fat ass.
Poison it, so that's a plus.
Right. I was kind of wondering if he worked there. When he came out though, it was like he was holding the box and he was sipping, like he had a cup from it, and he wasn't wearing any like clothes from the place. Like he didn't look like he just got off work.
He wasn't wearing any clothes.
He wasn't wearing any clothes at all.
Walked out
He was
sipping
like fucking naked and shit.
Walked out of the Donato, sipping the Mountain Dew, holding the Pizzone, and he's like, "Well, I was either gonna put my dick in this and fuck it, but since you're here sooner than I was expecting,
maybe he did.
Man, you know,
since he was here sooner than I was expecting, you know what? Here, you can have this as a tip, and I'll just ride in your backseat naked and keep sipping on my Mountain Dew."
Maybe that's like his secret thing that gets him off. He like,
Suck it,
gives
yeah.
people food that he like
jizzed on.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Just on it's a
It doesn't
calzone.
taste jizzy.
It's a calzone, so it's like a pocket. It's like a you know, pocket pizza.
Right.
Pocket pizza pussy.
just mixes in with the cheese.
Right, there you go.
The big problem is every calzone
That
I've ever
extra
had is
flavor.
always like ridiculously hot. So he's gonna be really careful on timing about when he sticks his dick in it.
It's really funny because he said every one that I've had has always been ridiculously hot, and I thought he meant like attractive hot, like this fucking hot, like
Man.
yeah, I'll stick my dick in it.
Man.
Like he was agreeing with the dude, like oh, stick my dick in it, fucking
sexy.
or right.
I do.
Man, that folded over pizza crust. God, dude, I am just sporting some whatever that I'm about to fucking jizz my pants.
That's funny. No,
That's definitely a thing.
it probably is.
Fucking carbs, baby.
It was really funny because like he had it scheduled for 2 stops. So I picked him up and he wanted to go to the Speedway and then he went home. And I was like, okay, you know. So when he got out of the Speedway, it was really weird because he had he sat as soon as he got in, he was like, "So, what did you eat today, Melissa?" I was like, that was weird because I have to have that as my name, you know, obviously. And I was like, told him what I ate, and he's like,
For the record, when I hear you refer to as Melissa,
it just doesn't seem right.
it's like a parent talking to a kid that's in trouble. So what did you do today, Melissa? What have you eaten today, Melissa?
Yes.
You ate ass, Melissa. You know you're not supposed to eat ass. Did you brush your teeth afterwards?
You
Damn
did
it, Melissa. You're
The
in
buddy
trouble.
is glaring at you.
No
He's like,
wonder
shut
your
up.
breath stinks.
The buddy, the way he was glaring at you was like, I eat my ass.
That's true.
That's right.
100% true. I don't know if he can reach it anymore though, because he's kind of arthritic.
That's great.
Could you eat my ass for me? I'm old.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, service you'd have. But no, so like, and it was just like, it seemed like he was being creepy, but he wasn't being creepy, because it was just like, so what did you eat today, Melissa? I was like, so it's kind of like, what are you wearing? Like, no! And,
So what you eat today? Would you like to
Like
eat
your
football?
mom.
that would have been hilarious.
So what did you eat today? Your mom?
And he's
Tell her to
like,
shave next time.
he's like, how long have you been driving today? I was like, fucking dude trying to lure me someplace to be weird. He's like, I have this whole calzone. He's like, I didn't even touch it. He's like, here. And then I took it. I was like, oh, thanks, man. I was like, so just take a piece? He's like, no, that's all for you. He's like, been out here all day. You need to, like, take care of yourself. You should eat. And then I was like, okay, cool. You know, like, whatever. And I was, like, debating. I was like, did he, like, work there? Why does he have this? And I was just like, I don't
He
know.
drugged it.
Well, you know, I was thinking, like, well, if he drugged it,
He went-
because he was like, his drop off was like right there, you know, so it's not like I was like eating any of it. And he gave it to me, no big deal. And I was kind of like, well, it's not like he's gonna be able to like abuse any of the effects of it after he drugged it. It's like he was gonna be gone. But it was really funny because I was thinking, like, I did eat, and I really wasn't too hungry, but I was debating on getting something. And then I like ate a few pieces of it, and I was like, I just should eat the rest of it, because I ate most of it, and I was like, oh, I'm really stuffed. I was like, well, fuck it, if he drugged it, I better eat the rest of this, because I have no fucking half buzz. That was the only thing I thought. I was like, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna eat this whole thing, because he drugged it, I'm getting the whole dose, not just half
Suddenly
this
she
shit.
finds out it's not drove with anything that's just got like massive diarrhea pills stuffed in it, just shits herself.
That would have been
Yeah.
funny too. Shit myself while I'm driving somebody. I don't know, but I'd probably just pull into, hey man, I got a shit. Just pull
I'll
into.
say that this goes back to like some of your ENT stories, by the way. One chick that would like shit
Yes.
in that trash bag or something.
I don't know if she ever shit in a trash bag. I was thinking I heard she did, but I think that was. Oh, I don't know if it was like they were on a long trip and they had already dropped the patient off and they were on the way back and she had to shit, so she just shit in the back of the truck. But then, like, man, I think she would have just had to have pulled over, so I don't think she shit.
See, for some reason, I'm having like a mental image of you right now having like screaming diarrhea, and you got like a Target shopping bag, specifically Target. I don't even know if you go there. You're just like, I got a shit. You drop pants, you're holding on to the handle, so you're like
That's great.
blowing acid in the Target bag.
No, I can say I don't think I've ever. No, I've shit in a bag once.
I don't think I ever have.
I think the pipes were froze or like the power was out and like
Yeah, okay.
out in the country and it's like you have like one good flush and that's it. And then you don't have any water. And then you're like, well, it's like, gotta do what you gotta do. And then it's like you put the bag in a trash can and then you shit in a trash can in the.
It's quite possible.
That's, I had to do that. And I've only had to do that once.
Now
and
that
it
you
was
say that, there is a vague memory there that may have happened. And this is why I keep like gallons of water in my basement.
I was gonna say, we have like, Matt gave us a lot of gallons of water. Where did he get that water? Because he lives out in he lives out in the country too. I almost think he keeps a rain barrel.
Uh-oh, government's gonna come get him now.
I think he does. Like, I know he had, because I remember he made something like that. I almost think he filled it up at Larry's parents' house one time, like the first time he had it, just so he could have it. I think he did it originally because he had a really small tank. It was when he lived beside us on Winger Lawn, and it was like he lived in a really small house. He brought us water once.
That'd be bad if you're like, you shit so much that you're run out of water to poop more.
Well, you only have one flush. You gotta make it count, man.
The way my kid shits, I'm done for.
That's so funny. I mean, we live like right, like within walking distance of the creek. As long as it's not completely froze, you can.
Oh yeah, no problem.
And if it is completely, if it's completely froze, then you have options. You can just start.
You gotta shit on the frozen creek.
That'd be hilarious. I was gonna say more so like if there was pieces off it, like you could break off and just take it back home. But if it's that bad out, maybe you get lucky and the yard's filled with snow, so you can just like bring it all in and let it melt in the house. And
Or you could just shit in the backyard.
I don't want to shit in the cold. I'm such a pansy
Like
of shit.
grass in the grass.
It's
Like
a
a
dog, yes.
Charlie? Jada?
I would not want to do that, especially when it's that fucking cold out.
Come on, be a man. Do it.
No, I'm a big pansy
Like
about
snow
shit.
on the ground and your ass in the air. No thanks.
Right. Picture it's like handstands doing shit.
Frozen handstand shits in the middle of January.
I said handstands doing shit.
No, I'm sitting there thinking, taking a shit while doing a cartwheel naked. Diuretic shit while doing a cartwheel naked.
That would be jackass. They would do that. They took a running shit.
Yeah.
And there was like, they would eat a bunch of X-Lax, and there was one time, I don't know, they ate like 4 packs or something. Like, oh my god, he ate it all! I just...
I don't think I ever saw that one.
Oh my god, I think that would be painful and tear you up. Like,
I would.
I'd be like, well, we're in our 50s and we had to have half of our small intestine removed because we shit ourselves too much.
Yeah, that Jackass movie they did a while back, yeah, they're still doing it. They're not dead yet, amazingly.
What, did Johnny almost die? Or no, it wasn't. Well, he had issues. And the other dude, Steve-O, had issues. He's like clean and sober. I don't know if he does any of that shit anymore.
I listen to him. He's on some podcasts I listen to sometimes. So why were you talking about soaking earlier?
I was you talked about soaking that pot, and I was like, I need to come up with something just to bullshit about
Gotcha.
while we're
He
waiting.
was like, so she said cooking. He's like, he said something about bee film or something real, and he
Be
goes,
real and like just some shit to fill some time.
he's like, so she was talking about soaking. I was like, dude, this is gonna be the lamest conversation of what I wrote. He's like, he said soaking that pot, and then when he started talking about soaking, I was like, okay, it's picking up. Sniff.
So that last beer tasted like beer.
It did, but I thought it was pretty good.
I think it had like kind of a bit of a skunky taste to
I didn't
it.
get much out of it other than beer taste.
I
but
mostly just
because
got
I was-
taste.
I really shouldn't have chugged that IPA directly before sipping that.
This has a little bit of a fruity scent to it.
I kind of thought the other one had a fruity, sweet scent to it.
Thought I smelled a fruity sweet scent, but I didn't taste anything but like a skunky-ish beer. Not like bad skunky, but
Orange shot.
Oopsies.
Did you dribble?
this one's like
I
a
did.
little amber color.
This is Brinktoberfest from Brink Brewing Company. Traditional Marzen style lager.
I like
don't
this.
know if I said it right. There's a government warning, and it's brewed and canned by Brink Brewing in Cincinnati, Ohio. Let's see, 5.7%.
That's not bad.
It smells pretty alright. Oh, it smells really good actually. It doesn't smell like rotten meat like some things do.
I don't know, like I got a little bit of a fruity taste. On the
Tastes
first
a lot
drink.
like that
Wow.
last Oktoberfest we had.
I don't remember what it tasted like the last Oktoberfest. I think this is really good
Was
though.
it the one I brought?
Mm-hmm.
The Barktoberfest?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of that. Not quite as sweet as that, but it definitely reminds me of that.
I think this one's really good.
Yeah, I like this one.
So I ran out of time Sunday, but one of my goals was to get supplies to start the Christmas beer.
Ah, yes.
The cranberry, cinnamon, ginger, whatever. I've got the recipe in my pocket, so I just gotta get down to the damn brew store and get the supplies.
Nice.
Is it on your phone in a pocket or is it written down on a piece of paper?
Paper.
I was kind of shocked to hear that. Like, I don't know, something about like using paper. It's like, I've got it written down in my pocket. Like, people don't keep paper notes and stuff on them like that anymore.
I do.
I use paper notes a lot, but it's like, I feel like people just don't, like, that's
Because-
not a thing people do anymore. And it's like, I want to get back to doing shit like that. It's like, I'm going to do this and this, you know, like
Like
the
for,
old way
like,
of doing things.
Grocery list type of stuff, you know? It's like I don't want to sit there and carry my phone and then like constantly like
It's irritating to
It
do
is
that.
See,
irritating.
for me, I make so many lists and keep so much shit on the computer all the time because of work and all the other stuff. It somehow feels more special and more real if I write it down.
Yes,
Is
and
that-
that's
if that
I
makes
like
sense?
that kind of stuff. Like I don't know stuff. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, maybe I should start keeping a journal
I mean,
of just shit that I do.
It
like,
hasn't
you know,
been it hasn't been translated into my big pink notebook yet. But my beer recipe notebook is literally a notebook I stole from my daughter last year
That's great.
with a neon pink binder that says "Choose Your Own Magic."
That's funny. I like it. Choose your
Yeah.
own magic.
I have about 5 journals that I have like a dream journal, and then I have one that I write stuff that I do, and then I have like a couple other ones, and yeah, and I just like randomly write them. I don't do it religiously or anything. But
I was thinking about doing
I
that
should.
because I was like, I should do a dream journal because it's like that helps you. You're supposed to be able to, I don't know, you're supposed to dream every night, and if you keep your dream, you know, you write in them, like you're supposed to be able to remember your dreams more often and shit. And decipher them, I don't know, maybe whatever. Like find out what your dreams actually mean other than just waking up being like, that was fucking dumb, like what the fuck?
I have found that like when I look up certain things about my dreams, like it does correlate with my life, and I don't know, some people think that's bullshit, but I'll look at it, like the symbols or whatever, I'll look it up and I'm like, oh, that actually makes sense to what's going on right now.
And that's another thing because it's like, you know, there's so much shit where it's like, I want to look that up, but like people will just make a web. I could do that. Like I could be like, oh, if you dream about doing this, it just means that you want to try a new brand of cheese, or like I don't know, like just.
See, I've always felt that like dreams are your brain trying to keep itself from being bored while you're asleep.
I don't know.
Because, you know, during the daytime there's always so much input and so much going on. And your brain's either trying to chew through the stuff you couldn't quite comprehend during the day.
It is. It's.
Or, you know, when there is just kind of like a chill day, it's one of those, well, you know what, this is cool. Let's, you know, do something to entertain myself.
I don't know. I think it's like trying to work out problems and stuff.
It
like
is. That's why you
like your emotional stuff and things in your subconscious. And
because like it's weird because you put in so much throughout the day. Like I don't know, you do like that's why you have to, one of the reasons why you have to sleep, like you have to sleep so your brain can process everything.
yeah, like things you don't even realize that you need to process or something, because it's just like you don't even realize it's like affecting you as much as it is sometimes.
Right. It's well, just like it basically anything that you like bring in, like your brain just opens that up and like I don't know, does what it's supposed to do with it when you're asleep. But that was my thing. It's like, man, you can like look shit up and research it, and then you can start finding things that don't like just they don't agree with each other, and like a lot of stuff like doesn't agree with this. So I'm like, well, if you get books and get like older books and look that up, you know, it might be more true in the books. So it's like, how many people are doing a website, like they just want to make a website to try to make quick money. So they're just doing research on other people's websites in which they wrote to make quick money. You know, it's like just, I'm like, you know, this shit's getting twisted and contorted, like it's not even right anymore.
See, one of the things I have issues with, not like digital things versus books, it's books. I don't know if it's quite as common, but in movies it's real common, like Disney movies. They'll go back and things that were, you know, in the time not offensive, they'll go back and edit them. It's like
yes.
Pictures of Walt Disney back in the day. He always had a cigarette in his hand, always, because I mean the dude died of fucking lung cancer for Christ's sakes. But anything they show of him now, even if it's the same old pictures, they've gone back and edited out the photos, and they're like, you know, retouching history. The same thing's been done with their movies, and the problem I have with digital stuff, anything digital, is that it's really extremely easy to go back and change that after the fact, you know?
Well, see, that's where I'm thinking like, I'm gonna get books and do the research on books on stuff that I want to learn some things about instead of just researching online. And I don't know, I already like that better. And that kind of also, like, Logan, he was saying how he wants to speak like they did, like, I don't know, use different words like they did in a different time period, and he can speak more eloquently. And I was like, yes, let's do that. So I'm looking up, like, old, I don't know, books from, what do they call them, the classics and stuff.
Shakespearean time and shit?
Yeah, kind of. Like, I got some Edgar Allan Poe shit, but I want to also get just other stuff to where, and I told him, I was like, I ordered that book, dude. We're going to read this together so we can speak eloquently and use, like, big words that aren't really big words. They're just old words that nobody uses anymore.
So you should give him some stuff that's just books and words from the 90s? Because people don't speak like that anymore?
Right. They don't speak proper English anymore.
Talking about, like, that internet censorship kind of shit. A week or so back, you know, China, it's even worse. There was like some musician, singer, whatever the hell they were, might have been like an opera singer, someone who was famous in China, and they got caught in pictures picking up a hooker.
Okay.
A sex worker, whatever you prefer to call.
Mm-hmm.
And it caused a stir, and essentially China got all freaked out by him, and they deleted him from their internet. They deleted every single post he was in. Like group pictures from, like, you know, award shows, they erased him. They erased all of his music from all of, like, their iTunes and shit.
That's fucked up. That's like pretty much like, hey, we're gonna
do what we said, or
erase you from existence, right?
Yeah, and it's easy enough to do that.
That's fucked up.
You know, China, obviously, it's a pretty big deal, and I'm sure with everybody's like, who is that guy? I don't know. He doesn't matter. He's not on the internet anymore.
Right.
So, and then that one guy's like, but I exist. All I did was get my dick wet with the hooker. Come on, man. And yeah, so I have problems trusting, like, digital research versus quoting books and shit.
Yes.
It's like I did all my homework through Wikipedia, which I edited to make sure it was right.
Right. Oh yeah, definitely. But like you can also, so I was gonna say, writing books would be, it's probably easier now. Like any random person can do it, but it wasn't so common back, I don't know. You actually had to get somebody to print it out and do stuff.
Well,
now you can just publish it online and then wait till you sell enough copies to get even 100 printed. That's not too
there's
expensive.
book publishing services now where you can have 100 published to your own book for a reasonable price.
Yeah, that too, probably.
You know, back in the day, it would have been, I have to wait for this big publishing house. I'm going to submit my story
to actually accept it.
To a bunch of them, then they're going to have to see if they like it.
Now anybody will publish your book just because you pay them enough to?
Pretty much.
That's true. True. Kitty.
The buddy.
So I went to a craft fair this weekend.
You did talk about that.
And it was at the fairgrounds in Greenville. And I get there, like my friend Lindsay is the one that wanted to go to it, and I was like, all right, I'll come to it, and I pull up, and I'm getting closer to the fairgrounds. There was like a hospital right across the street, and I'm like sitting in this fucking line waiting to get into this place, and I'm like, I didn't think it was gonna be a big deal, It's
This
just
craft fair is fucking lit.
Yeah, I'm like thinking I'm just gonna go, and there's gonna be like 5 fucking people there or something, And
So was
like,
it assholes and elbows?
It was like sardines in this place.
That's
It was freaking
fun.
crazy. They had 2.
Did COVID make like the need of craft fairs that bad?
Maybe, I don't know. There was also a food truck rally, and I think that's probably
Oh, God,
a lot of
probably.
what that was too. But I went into this place. There was like the Coliseum, and then they had like other stuff in like the youth building or something. And I walked through the Coliseum, and it's all kind of like basic bitch stuff. Like, I don't care about this, It's like the welcome signs that stand up, like shit everybody here in Dark County has.
Right.
Like welcome signs and like those stupid like mama bear shirts and like the basic like I drink Starbucks and I wear this shirt and I have this sign on my front porch, like that sort of thing.
I hate that shit.
And yeah, I'm not into it at all. But then like I walked through there, I saw like maybe 2 things that were okay. I got a shirt that says dead inside but doing just fine or something. I'm like, yeah, that's
Right.
my style. And I walk into the other building, the youth building, and it's like they must have taken all the misfits of the craft fair and put them in that building because everything in there was fucking awesome. And I was like, this is more my style.
It's like the child's table.
Yeah. I go in there and there's like this person singing, and I look up at it, I'm all like, oh, I thought that was a dude singing. And then I walk around a little bit later and I look up and I'm like, oh, that is a dude. Because he was like long blonde hair, pink shirt, and like he just had like a low voice, and I was like, well, it could be a lady with a low voice, and like he just like at first glance it looked like a woman, and Lindsay's like, no, he's just ripped, and I was like, I thought he had boobs. So yeah, I assumed his gender.
There you go.
But
that's all right though.
But yeah, it was just like he had a really good voice and stuff. But I walk through there and I see all like like there's pictures that somebody had taken in their backyard and like printed on like coasters and different things, and I'm like, dude, that's fucking cool. And like I just kept seeing like little things. Somebody made stuff out of like vintage Christmas ornaments and things like that cool. That I actually would like instead of that.
Like somebody's Etsy shop just all over the place.
Kind of, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of better in there. I'm like, these people are way cooler than people in that other building.
Right. Hell, the last time I went to anything like that was like an oddities expo, and they displayed a lot of like bugs and dead animals and shit. That's fun.
That was fucking badass. I want to go back to
I
it.
went to one of those years ago with a chick I dated. The place had so much cool shit. Her head was up her ass. She shut the whole time. She's like, The only thing I really recall from it at this point is that they had somebody there dressed as like Krampus. And, it was like, basically you could have your choice. You could sit in Santa's lap or you could sit in his. I'm like, oh, I want to hang out. I want to fucking. I was like, I want my picture of Krampus. She's like, that's dumb. I'm like, oh, it's totally cool. And I'm like,
cool.
explaining what it was. And she's like, oh. She like beat the shit out of her kids. I'm like, so basically Krampus is anti-Santa. If the kid's bad, he takes them, abducts them, puts them in a bag and beats them with sticks. Oh. And she got into it then.
So I actually got this shirt at this craft fair.
Yeah?
And like this booth was just, it looked like, I don't know if they got shit from Goodwill or if they actually like went somewhere and bought stuff, but it looked like they just like bought random shirts. Like they had flannels and they had, dress shirts and stuff and just like tie-dyed them or like bleached them a certain way, and they all looked really cool.
Hell yeah.
And the prices of them weren't too bad, but I wish I could remember who it was. I wish I would have got a card or something.
I always get the cards so I can remember this. I like to go to their websites and stuff and see how they're set up and see what they do.
Yeah. Yeah, they had all kinds of cool shit in there. Like that was cool, and they had like little plants and stuff. And I got myself a new best friend succulent.
That's right.
So that's where your sexy best friend came from.
My friend Stan.
Yes, Stan the man.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I don't know if I did anything else. It was really funny when I woke up yesterday to actually drive and work. I woke up, I had my alarm set at 4:30, and I really wasn't tired. I don't think I went to bed too late. And I woke up, I was like, oh, why am I getting up this early on a fucking weekend? It was like, I was like, oh yeah, I was planning on driving for a few hours today. I was like, no, I'll just do that tomorrow. And then I was like, debating on going back to sleep. I was like, oh my God, no. I'm late to get the boys up. I have to take them to school. And I'm like, the fuck? I don't know, I was so disoriented because I wasn't used to having that type of a schedule and not being at my job. Like, it really fucked with me and it was funny.
I was just having a conversation about this the other day, like when you wake up all disoriented and
That's
you don't know
so
what the
funny.
fuck's going on.
I've been doing that the last few days, so it's really dumb because my new job, the only difference is I start a half hour earlier. It is 5 minutes closer to the house. And I'm sitting here going, oh God, I'm going to be late. I have to think about all these changes to my schedule. But not really. And it's like fucking with my brain when it doesn't need to.
That's funny. I had that. Go ahead.
Oh, I haven't had that experience. It's been a while since I've had that happen.
I had that happen, well, other than just the other day. The last time I had that happen, I worked like 3 jobs. I was doing, I forget how it was, what all I was doing. I think I was still trying to pull like 12 hours a week at Gasper, and then I was doing like, I think I was doing 4 days a month at US Ambulance, and then I was working 1 every 6 at Eaton, and I was like, so that was the only consistent thing, Eaton, but it wasn't still completely consistent because it's not like it was every Monday or whatever. And I'd be like, oh my God, what do I have to work today? And I wouldn't know what uniform to put on or where I was going.
I would be so bad at that.
I always carried extra with me just in case. I was like, if I have extra uniforms with me, even if I start heading to the wrong place and I realize it, or I bring the wrong uniform, I'll still at least have one that I'm supposed to have. But I've had times where I'd be like getting ready to take off and I'd be like, oh fuck, no, I can't go that way. I gotta go this way. And like I would just be go like getting ready, contemplating driving to the wrong place. I don't think I ever once showed up at the wrong place. Which, I mean, I'm shocked that I didn't, but...
For me, with this, like, new job thing, because literally, aside from saying fuck you on Friday, it has been literally just, like, such a smooth transition, because I was just dealing with so many people being like, man, you suck, you're horrible, all this stuff while I was there. And the transition it's to the new place where it's like, we have a new IT person? Holy shit, we've got an IT person. We haven't had one in 3 months. That's awesome. And your office is right there? Oh, that's great. I'm so happy you're here. My brain is still sitting there like I'm expecting someone to like come up and just yell at me because they feel like, yelling. Because that's what
like
fucking management did that shit. It's just like, man, the hell? Okay, this is cool. And just one of them weird smooth transitions where my brain's like...
It's only day 1, Ron.
Yeah.
Day 2. But
He's
still,
all like, oh my God, it's so great, this is amazing, this is fun.
Well,
I think he did that about Dannon too. He's, I fucking love this place is awesome. It's
Well,
like,
see, the
it's
big
sucking
trick-
my dick.
well, see, the big trick with Dannon is that I was out of work for 4 months.
Yeah, true.
And I was getting pretty tight on funds then.
Yeah, that makes sense. Having a job after not having a job, be like, what is the best thing ever?
That's
You're licking toilet
definitely
seats
true.
clean, like.
Pretty much.
That's true.
That's fine.
I get that.
But with this one, it's just like, okay. My boss sits in Cleveland, and I have yet to talk to him directly. Hey, you know what? Don't kink shame me, bitch.
I was gonna say that might be, someone's job if they're the submissive and they like being like basically completely shit on and abused and they get
Literally in
off
this
on it.
case,
Yeah, pretty much.
you are the toilet seat now.
There's some guys that like that. There's some guys that like that.
So now we know what her relationships are like.
Well, I've never met them, but I know there's some guys. That just sounds really familiar to me. Is like somebody posting a question or something like that. Like, my boyfriend wants me to use him as a toilet seat, and I think that is just disgusting. Blah blah blah. What should
You're
I
like,
do?
you know what I would do? I would just squat right on them.
You're like, well, there was this episode of Jackass that took all these laxatives.
Missy's like, visit my OnlyFans.
It's like,
For an extra
how can I make
$500
money
tip,
off
I'll
of
shit on you.
this? You know, I did hear. I know there was somebody that said dudes that have foot fetishes. Some chick was making money from just squishing like food and stuff in between her toes and make. I'm like, I need to get on that. Like literally, you don't even have to show your fucking face. You could be like, man, you know what? Fuck it. I look like a scarecrow and I just woke up and I haven't bathed in like 36 hours, but I'm just gonna start stomping on some donuts. Like it's like, you know.
Sounds okay to me.
Right.
I'm gonna think there's gonna be some
Easy
pedicure.
money.
There's gonna be some pedicure expenses with that.
Dude, they'll fucking pay for it. Like, right, we can make $5,000 a month, just 10 hours a week of filming yourself stepping on food and shit.
Yeah, but do you really want guys going up? Hi, can I suck your tooth?
No, they just make videos of it. And they don't even meet up with the dudes. They make videos of it and then send
Don't
it
even
to
show their face.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not anybody asking to suck my toes.
I mean, unless they go to the trouble of like finding out who you are or whatever and stalking you, then.
Then they really like your feet.
Well, no, see, I was gonna say, they have to really be able to stalk you by your feet. If you do show your face, you should be smart enough to not use your address if you send them any type of gifts like socks that you've worn or anything like that, and then you ought to make a fake name and all that shit.
So you've really thought about this because you like socks that I've worn.
Oh no, I just know that people
Are you gonna send them the used underwear too?
I would totally do that.
Yeah. I'm wearing that shit for 3 days.
Get a good phone call and wear it 3 days in the middle of August when it's like 95.
Here's your skid marked underwear, sir.
I would.
Thank you for the $50. I'm going back to get the Dollar General like $1 panties.
Because see, there's this chick on TikTok that I was watching all her videos, and she's like, and if basically it's like you sell it for this much, and if they want extras, you do this. If they want you to like I guess there's some of them that they want you to like after you go to the bathroom, they want you to wipe with it, or they want you to like piss and shit them, and wear. I would never piss and shit them. I mean, maybe I might piss the underwear, take it off, and then take a shower.
You poop your pants. I know you.
I would not poop my pants. I would not. That's.
If they're paying for it and I don't have to wear them after I poop my pants.
It's not like they're like, now I want you to shit up. Now, baby, walk around town in them for a while.
Well, I feel like I would not poop the pants, but I could poop in the pants or like put it in the pants.
What if they want it squished in there? I mean, I guess you
They
could have
could-
like special utensils, like poop spoon or something.
Rubber gloves, man.
Right. I mean, like I could do that. Like
And it's all tax write-ups. This is business expense.
that's right.
Rubber gloves is probably a better idea than a poop spoon, because then you don't have to wash them, you just pull it.
I was thinking like I like the idea of the poop spoon, and it's like
It's an actual thing that I know of.
well I know the.
It is.
What's the poop spoon? Is that like an okay? You can tell this story.
So
Somebody I know.
So I'll just go into my version
Well,
of it
hold on,
because
because
it's
she was
basically
talking.
the same
Well, she
thing.
was talking first, so let her list. I'm gonna hear her.
Somebody
poop spoon.
I know, grandma had, like, the plumbing wasn't very good in her bathroom.
That's a common thing.
So she would break up the poop with a spoon, and the spoon sat next to the toilet.
Well, since you're all like hesitant to say names, so my ex-girlfriend, her brother like used to have really huge shits.
I remember hearing about the poop stories.
And like his shits, because he had like some kidney problems or something, would be like, that big around or something, and he would only shit like once every couple days. And they'd have to go in there with spoons and break it up, then like leave it sitting in the toilet. I remember going over there, and there'd just be like giant logs in the toilet, and they'd be like, oh yeah, we're gonna break it, we gotta break that up, let it sit there and just do a little bit, because it'll like ruin the plumbing or something.
I can't remember if it was a poop spoon or a poop knife or what. I
there's
heard
a
the
poop
story
knife.
of it.
There's a poop knife thing on the internet.
Internet, okay.
Yeah.
I think we had a poop knife too once. Not intentionally. It was.
I did not intentionally have a poop knife.
I was in the bathroom. I was in the bathroom making a peanut butter sandwich.
It's not that it was like oh hey, this is like something we kept and
accidentally
used it
fell in the
often.
toilet.
I was sitting there just eating peanut butter out of the jar with the butter knife, and I was like, I got poop on the peanut butter. You got peanut butter in my poop. Oops.
There was
And that's how Reese's Cups are born.
It was when we had our fire, and they put us in a hotel. So we were we stayed in the hotel, and we didn't really have any utensils. But I think I bought like a knife because I had apples and stuff, and I was like cutting the apples up for the boys because they were like super young. And so I don't think we had Logan, so it just had to have been Jacob. But either way, we had a knife because for the apple or just to like spread. It was a sharp knife. I know that. I think I remember that. But anyway, so we had Jacob.
Murder the poop.
Well, Jacob was in the shower, and he pooped in the shower. Before I could get it out, he like stepped on it, and so it was like going down like the drain, and like he couldn't clean it out. So I was like, shit, what do we do? And then That's well, he kind of half waffle stomped it, and then Larry was like, "Shit, what the fuck? We'll just throw this away." And so he grabbed the knife and he just started shoving it down the drain, like finishing. I couldn't get it out of the drain. I mean, it's like fuck it, it ain't our house. It's the hotel.
Right.
So we accidentally had a poop knife because we had no choice.
Reasons not to work at hotels.
I mean, I feel like, people just have these things, but I want to go for the effort of just
Making a special poop spoon.
yeah. Like, and I don't even think I'll really do anything to it. I think I'm just gonna go to the Dollar General store and buy like the smallest, or not the smallest, but the cheapest item, and just buy like a lot of them, and then put it in a package, and just have the package say poop spoon, and
There
then
you
I'm
go,
just
Missy. There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
sell them online for like $25.
She's talking about craft fairs being all big and stuff. You
Get a tent, get a
Could be in the
booth.
misfit area.
You go to the craft.
spoons.
You go to the craft fair, you buy a bunch of like dollar store or buy them online for like even cheaper, and then you just put a pretty little like ribbon on it, and you write all like with pretty font, poop spoon, poop knife.
Make it classy.
Yeah, and you make it the kind of a thing that like a classy lady would be like, I'm gonna hang this next to the toilet because this is
great.
You
classy.
could even like make decorations on the spoon, like you could draw like something on
You
it to make it
could.
look fancy.
Like little poop emojis or something, but stylized.
Or you could get like wood spoons and you could like burn, like wood burning.
Yeah, see?
You could. I was like, you could, but I don't know. I think that once you touch enough poop with it, it just like fucking stink.
Well, that's besides the point. Nobody's actually going to use that something that fancy as a poop
See,
spoon.
I don't know.
But it's going to be sitting in the bathroom hanging next to the toilet
You
as a
could do
joke.
a wood burning thing on plastic, really, or you could engrave on metal.
That's true. You could engrave plastic.
Yeah.
I can't remember if the actual original poop spoon that I know of, I don't know what it was made of for sure. All I know is it sat, I think, in like an ice cream bucket by the toilet.
Please tell me it was chocolate ice cream.
I don't know.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
That would have been hilarious.
Hot fudge chocolate.
Hot
Rocky
fudge,
Road.
hot fudge poop spoon. That'd be great.
Oh my gosh.
Hell yeah.
Missy, my love.
On to the mysterious beer.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Wrong one. I
please.
keep wanting to pull that damn orange one out because it's right there. Today we have the Dos Equis Double X. I was gonna call it Triple X.
Oh, I didn't rinse yet.
Sorry.
Swish. Anyone?
Answer.
Oh you.
Do you need to do this?
Nope, I already did.
Yeah.
Head of the shit.
This is.
Got your life together.
I do sometimes.
So, after we finished recording last week, and we were talking about waxing,
Yeah.
and I said something like, yeah, try looking at that shit through a magnified mirror. And then I was like, I thought of
huge
something.
pussy.
Dude, I thought of something the next day. I was like, it has the opposite effect of it that it would have on a guy and his penis.
Oh my god.
And I was like, damn it, why did I say that?
That's great. It's like, you like don't want to look at a vagina like that. It's a huge gaping vagina.
Right. Like that
And-
shit looks like a humongous like salami sandwich. or
That's
something.
awesome.
And
Like,
yeah.
I'm thinking Arby's.
And then with a dude, it's like, it's supposed to be looking big.
Yeah,
It's like,
oh my god,
who
this
made
is
it
huge. Fuck
sexier,
yeah.
right?
I'm only looking at magnified mirrors from now on. Ron's like, yep.
I'm just sitting here thinking about a giant hairy, like half hairy vagina with
Oh,
little bits of prickles sticking out everywhere.
this is apple or
I
something.
don't know that it's apple. I can't remember what it's supposed to be. Oh man, totally got it up my nose. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I stuck my nose right on in there. I was like, oh.
I saw it dripping.
I didn't quite snort it up. It didn't like
Hair.
go up in there.
Thought I was.
I thought you said hair.
I think it's pear.
I can't remember what the flavors are supposed to be. I forgot to look at it.
Man, there might be some like maple syrup or something in it.
So I brought this. I had it for a while, but I brought it because of you. You posted a meme today or something, and it's Fugly's sweater.
Dude, I
it's
almost bought some of that
It's a
before.
Christmas one. It's dark lager brewed with ginger,
How
cloves,
dare you.
nutmeg, and cinnamon.
How dare you
Did.
make me drink a Christmas beer before Thanksgiving?
Absolutely. I was like, that's even not my thing. I was like really on point. I agreed with your
Yeah.
thing.
I've been
posting,
thinking about
but-
I've been seeing a lot of Christmas beers lately, but man, I could go for that.
That's funny.
No,
The
my one
fugly-
friend.
So what is it? What?
Fugly sweater.
So what is it
It's
again?
pretty good.
Ginger, nutmeg, and what?
Oh, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, dark lager, and cloves.
Okay,
It tastes like it has some like fruit in it or something.
it's
though.
probably the cloves.
But my one friend every year, I don't know how it started. I don't know if we were talking about it at lunch at work or something. She was talking about decorating for Christmas, like right after Halloween. And I'm like, you're not supposed to decorate for Christmas till after Thanksgiving, you know? And like we end up in this little spat about it. And now like, I'm always like, every time I see her start posting stuff, I'm like giving her shit. Like the other day, she posted one and I posted that, a gift from that guy from You, like looking around.
Oh,
the corner.
yeah.
And like, so yeah, yeah, today it was funny because she's like, would you stop?
Well, it doesn't help the argument any, but last weekend, I finally got my, it was nice enough and I had enough time, I tore down my Halloween decorations.
I keep this shit out as much as possible, long as
And
possible.
then, then I went over to the girlfriend's house and because her son who's in the Air Force is finally coming home for the first time in like 2 years for just a little bit between November and December. I don't know if he's gonna be around for Christmas or not. I helped her put up Christmas lights and she's got like Christmas trees up and it's like looking like December 25th hardcore in
I
there.
think that's kind of that's fair. I'll allow that.
Yeah.
No, I don't typically decorate a lot because we don't live in town, but like I'll do like small decorations. Like I left them out. I don't know what because I didn't take them out. I think like Larry took them out so I could. I don't think he took them out so I could mow the lawn, but I did. So like because my parents can get really anything they want, I decided to buy the 1 year for my mom's birthday because it's like right about the beginning of October. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy these pink flamingo things for your yard. But then I bought paints and like some fuzzy shit to put around the neck, and I made them look like vultures. And then there was like these little body part things. So we made those. Like me and the boys made them with my mom. Like so I just do shit so they can spend time with her and stuff. Mm-hmm. So we did that for decorations, and this sat out in the yard for a really long time. But we have this. It's this paper skeleton that I think Logan made in preschool. It's still hanging up on our front door. Like, we even got, I'm pretty sure it's on that door, because I was going to say, we just changed doors, and I think maybe he took it down. But no, we had it on there for years. We had that skeleton, because it was left there, and then the mail lady saw it, and I went out to get the mail one day as she was out there. She's like, I love seeing that, blah, 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 because something, I don't know, I think she made a wish when she was younger and her mom had it hanging up and her mom didn't take it down. And then like her mom passed away and so it reminds her of her mom every time she saw it. So I left it on there for years just so she could see it every time she dropped the mail off.
That's like one of those traditional kind of a good,
Right,
warm vibe, home kind of a feel,
right. And so we had a paper skeleton on our front door for like years. And then, no, but I do know what I was going to talk about.
We can definitely taste the cloves in this.
Yes, it's a completely different subject, but because I'm on the kick of I can do this and nobody can tell me I can't type thing, like job wise, like with my hair and piercings and whatever, I was like, I'm gonna get my septum pierced, I'm gonna get my nose pierced. Well, I bought this stuff to do it myself. I'm like, I'm gonna give this shit a try. And so the other day, like I tried poking into my nose, and it's like that's gonna be a little bit different. Like I'm gonna have to like work my way up to that, because that's like even just poke, like I just poked the outside of it and it was really painful, and I think it will be hard to do because I guess your nose that's cartilage, like so I was like, oh, it's like I don't know, but it's just real sensitive. But I already pierced this like twice. It's not to my liking when I do it, and it doesn't hurt.
Really?
Yeah. Like I watched this video. It was funny because like I didn't even really research it, but the videos were just coming up on my phone, maybe because I bought the stuff for it. And so this dude was talking about it, and he was a piercer, and he said that like he gave it a pain scale of like 2. So like way up in here is where they do it. I always thought it was more so like right here, but I guess way up in here there's a spot they call the sweet spot, and like the skin's real thin because I was poking it with my fingernails, and there's some places pretty sensitive, and then you hit like the sweet spot, and I'm like sitting there pinching my fingernails together, and it doesn't hurt. Mm-hmm. I was like, that's where you do it. So I did it the one time, and I was like looking, it took me forever looking at it to decide that it might have been crooked. And I'm like, nobody would probably be able to tell, but I was like, the only people that would, like, it would be a piercer or someone that's just like real into piercings and they've, gotten piercings and stuff. And I was like, I need to do better. I probably should have kept it because it actually looked pretty good. It really didn't hurt. And then, so I took it out, waited a few days. It heals pretty quick too.
Does it scar up or anything?
I mean, it all. I feel like it depends on how because it's like the way the puncture is made. I mean, if you don't fuck with it, it heals, and you take it out like right away. It heals immediately. So.
Does that be my only concern if you've already done it once, and then like scarring in there,
and make it really hard to do.
Make it a really bitch to go through again.
No, because I did it a second time and it was just as easy and it hurt less, but it was like more crooked. So I was like, fuck, man. But no, it's like, I don't know. It's kind of fun doing the piercings.
Yeah.
But it's just really hard doing it on yourself.
Yeah, because I remember like being a teenager and trying to pierce my belly button, and I couldn't fucking do it, man.
It is hard.
And didn't somebody we know like try to pierce their belly button and it got really infected or something?
Eve.
I thought she went and...
No, Eve, I remember she got like a fake ID made or something.
She made a copy of her passport and then changed the thing and made a copy of a copy and used that.
She went and got like some piercing or something, kept it for like a week, didn't like it, and was like, it's like we went to all this work and you got rid of it that quick. What the fuck, girl?
But no, I do kind of remember, I thought somebody's belly button did get a little infected, somebody trying to pierce their own belly button. Because I remember I pierced mine, and it wasn't, like, through thick enough skin. Like, it was just, like, really, like, it would have ripped out super easily. So I took that out. And then I had pierced it a different time with a safety pin, and it was actually pretty good. And then I kept it in there for a while until, like, Erica's parents were like, I don't like that. And they, like, begged me to take it out, so I finally did. And then I tried doing it one time when I was older. I had an actual piercing needle, and I did it, and it was, like, pretty decent. But I did not like the way it was healing, so I took it out. Because it kept, like, catching on my pants, and it was getting irritated. And I was like, I do not want that to get infected. But I kind of thought I remembered somebody's belly, like, getting really, like, who fucking did that?
Was it Crystal?
Yes. I think it was her. That's funny. It's like one of those things, like, it really irritates you. You're like, man, I really want to know that. I did not think it was her. I think almost like I thought it was Heather Thompson. And she ended up, like, but I don't think she did her own. I think she wanted me to do hers, and then I just never did because I wasn't a piercer. I was like, I'm not a piercer. Like 15, 16 years old.
I think I'm pretty sure I have, like, scars on my belly button from trying to pierce.
Oh, I know I do.
I was just too much of a wuss and I couldn't take the pain of doing it.
That's funny.
So.
I don't know that I'll be able to pierce this by myself. The videos that I was watching online of the guy that was doing it, he stuck a cork up in the nose and just, like, went through it. And I was like, but, like, I just poked it lightly. And I'm like, ooh, that is painful. Like that just hurt more than anything. I'm like, maybe I'll have to use those, like, weird clamps that just have, like, the hole in it and you just jam through it. But I'm like, I don't know if I want to actually... Like, I'll have to put something in there, like cotton,
Missy,
so I don't jam the inside of my nose.
Don't be a cheap ass. Go get somebody to do it. I'm picturing you, like, missing something in there, hitting, like, a vein or something, and your nose is going to bleed forever or something.
There's no major arteries or veins in your nose. Like, that's not going to be a thing. At best, you'll hit a capillary, and it'll bleed a little bit more, but...
You're going to look like you've been, like, snorting cocaine forever, and you're just going to have a giant hole in there. Everything's going to go right up and out. And
I've done all the rest of my own piercings.
Man, that clip piercing you did was great.
All the ears, like, have done good. Like, I've never had an issue with them. I mean, that's just your ear. I mean, it's like, I guess it's a little different, but it's not too different. I think I might have to, at some point in time, just be an apprentice piercer just so I can say I've done that too.
You should.
I think I would like it.
And then I'll let you pierce me.
Oh, yeah?
Live on the Strobing Butt Plug.
There we go.
I've watched videos of that online. It's kind of cool to watch, actually.
It is.
It's like that, was it Dr. Pimple Popper almost?
Oh god, I can watch that shit all the time.
Right. The one thing that
It's one of those cringy, but you gotta keep watching it things.
The one things that I can, like, I'll watch a few seconds of it, but it's absolutely disgusting to me. People that have, like, fucking, layers upon layers of tartar in their teeth, and it's just like they're breaking away, like, the whole outside. And
Dude, I've never watched it.
oh, it's fucking hideous. I mean, some people have like it's literally like their teeth are all crusted together.
I've seen a couple people. Like
I've never seen it
Not like-
that bad in real life.
Not bad, but like enough where you could tell.
Oh, dude, just you have to look it up. It is so fucking hideous. It's almost like they're chipping off. The amount of tartar that they're chipping off is more than the teeth. Like it literally looks like they broke the whole tooth away, even though there's like a whole tooth left behind.
How's somebody let their stuff get that bad?
I don't
Like,
see how it could get
just
that
keep
bad.
putting it off, or just like
Just don't give a shit about brushing their teeth. Don't care.
I guess.
Nobody ever told them
I
whether it was
went for a long time without going to the dentist, and I mean my teeth weren't the best, but they weren't like that.
Like
Right.
no little, as a little kid, their parents didn't take him, didn't care, and nobody forced them to do
I
anything.
don't know. I religiously floss my teeth though. I floss my teeth every day and brush them once or twice a day.
I feel like most people, like I don't know, like I don't see how someone's teeth can actually get that bad because I've worked with people.
Do you think it hurts?
Oh yeah. Well,
With
funny.
the tartar, do you think that hurts?
I think so, but I've worked. So there was this dude that had really nasty teeth. I worked with his girlfriend at the Waffle House years ago, and like somebody, he told someone that he didn't brush his teeth because it hurts for him to brush his teeth. It's like, dude, if you brush your teeth, it'll stop hurting. Because I feel like I remember when I was younger and maybe didn't like brush my teeth all the time, and like if I would be a couple days I didn't brush my teeth and then I'd go to brush my teeth, it kind of hurt. Guess what? You keep up on that and then start doing it every day. Like, you know, within a day or two, it stops hurting. Like, really.
See, like some people too, I swear, like the tooth enamel has to just be, you know, like a genetic thing where it's thinner.
There are some people
and they
that
have like
that.
just naturally crappy teeth.
Right. Yeah, it's true.
There, because I was gonna say, someone I work with, their daughter had that issue because like she was 3 or 4 and had like a mouthful of fucking cavities, and it was because she just didn't have enough enamel in her teeth. But then no, oh, shit, I was gonna say something.
Was this something about having tartar removed off your teeth
Yeah.
and it hurting?
Well, no, see, I don't understand how people would have that much buildup on their teeth. Because I was gonna say, I worked with a lady who, I don't know, she didn't have any back teeth, and she probably had like 4 front teeth, and they're just like real fucked up, like. And she's like, well, I make my kids brush their teeth, but I don't brush mine. And like her reasoning is she was just waiting for hers to fall out. Like she didn't want to get pulled out. Like she was gonna get dentures or whatever.
My grandma did that shit, but she was like, 75, 80.
Right, but I was gonna. Well,
She got, like-
was probably in her 30s.
My grandma got like, they took and like, she had all of her teeth pulled and then had like these
Posts
put in, and it was just basically like you just pop the teeth off and on or something. Wasn't even like real dentures or something.
Right. But no, like that lady that I knew that I worked with, she didn't even have like any like massive amounts of tartar on her teeth. Like they just, I mean, I don't know how that builds up. It probably builds up different with everybody, but like, how do you fucking get that much garbage on your teeth? I think I've seen some old people like that, like from nursing homes. I think that I don't know.
Do
I
certain
would feel
foods make you have more tartar than others?
probably.
I would imagine.
I feel like, well, if you were to eat, I think cheese would be one that would make a buildup of tartar. I think that would be like that, and bread could easily do. I don't know. But then like I think like especially acidic fruits and vegetables would not.
So it's gonna like clean it all off and
Yes.
get at the enamel. It's gonna be like sticky stuff that's not sweet.
Because I have had like times where I can like feel tartar build up like on my teeth or like on my gums even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like I guess I never really paid attention to what I was eating that day to where it would make it do that, but I don't have it all the time.
I'll say I got like a freaking I got a fancy toothbrush and shit for, battery operated and all this other crap because of that thing. It's just like, I need none of that crap, Reminds me of batteries getting low on my little toothbrush. Time to get a new toothbrush.
So that reminds me, my battery's getting a little low. Oh, like it's using way too much.
Like the bristles wear out about the same time as the battery, so fuck it.
I'm trying to think about what the hell I was going to talk about today.
I'm telling you, like your phone, just add it to the calendar, like for 6:30.
Well, I was like video messaging my friend this morning. I was driving, and I was video messaging her, and I was like talking about something. I was like, "Ooh, I'm going to talk about that on the podcast tonight." And then I got to work, and I completely forgot about what it was.
Oh,
so you can always be like, "Yo Siri, yo Google, yo."
Well, see, I don't think you can do that when
ever.
you're
And make a note.
video messaging somebody.
Well, you get off the call.
Well, I forgot about it in my head.
That's right.
ADD.
I understand.
Vaping.
Yep. It's CBD. I was like, well, I hold it in. I don't know why. I think it feels different.
Because it's like you're smoking weed.
But not really.
Since you're your own boss, you don't smoke weed?
No, because I hate THC. Shit gives me massive panic attacks. I thought about it. I was like, maybe I could try that. Maybe it's because if I'm not working, maybe it would I would not get massive panic attacks. And I'm like, no, I would still probably get massive.
When's the last time you did it?
I tried using the Delta 8 shit, which is just basically like THC and gummies, and it's supposed to be a lower dose that is not supposed to give panic attacks and not supposed to cause paranoia. And that was probably like 6 to 9 months ago, easy.
Mm-hmm. Never tried the edibles.
Not a fan. Shit gives me panic attacks.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So we are sitting at an hour, probably a little bit more. So we got like 10 more minutes of things to fill. We're a little bit slow tonight, guys. Mentally, I'm feeling slow tonight.
I feel like things are flowing pretty well today.
So did I.
Well, I feel slow
You're
tonight.
slow.
Because I was tired. I was like, man, I'm going to be so fucking tired. I'm like, I don't even know why I'm so tired. I think it's because I worked out today.
I think it's like a thing today, man. Everybody seemed like they were fucking grumpy when I went out today.
When I left work, it felt like it was dark too damn soon. I know time
Oh.
change happened, but still, compared to even yesterday, it just felt like when I left work, it was cold. It was like cold to the bone kind of temperatures.
I went to Kroger today, and I was just like walking through, and everybody just kind of seemed like they were in a pissy mood, and like I squeezed behind a guy that was like stocking shelves. I was like, sorry, I'm gonna squeeze behind you, and he fucking glared at me, and I'm like, dude, fuck yourself. Like, like I didn't say that, but I'm thinking, you can go fuck yourself if you want to like block the fucking end off, I'm not gonna fucking walk all the way back down there because I'm an entitled white bitch. But yeah, I'm just like, I'm not gonna like walk all the way back down there, when I'm like right here. Yes. And you can like move the fuck over.
I hate having to walk all the way back.
I don't know why. Like, why don't they fucking stock shelves in the night anymore like they used to?
Right. You
like
think they would.
I mean, stocking shelves in the morning and people were shopping. I'm like, what? I don't know.
People don't want to work.
I guess.
Or they don't want to pay people for like overnight shifts because they're trying to get like all their people for days or something. Because they can't keep enough people, so they're like getting rid of their night shift and they're having all during the day.
They're all up in everybody's way in the morning.
That's right.
So I was thinking the other day, you know what I miss? I miss 24-hour Walmart.
I do too.
Yeah.
I liked going in there when nobody else was in there.
I don't go in there very often, like anymore, but yeah, like
24-hour Walmart, it was always nice that, if you're staying up late doing shit and it's like
nothing better to do.
11 o'clock, midnight 30, you're like,
you need something?
I need something. Oh shit, I'm going to go up to the Walmart and go get it. There'd be like nobody in there.
You know what sounds good right now? Pizza.
Right, yes. I always liked being able to be like, fuck it, you know what? I'm not ready to lay down yet, and I don't feel like doing my grocery shopping tomorrow. I'm just going to do it right now. Fuck it. And then I'll be done, and then I'll get my shit, and nobody's in there. Nobody fucks with you. Nobody's in your way.
That's nice.
And now I hate grocery shopping. Like the other day I was grocery shopping, and everybody was in my way.
When does Walmart open now?
I think so, it's like as early as 7 now.
Till 11.
7?
Maybe even 6, I don't know.
Because, I used to get off third shift, and I would go in there after third shift at, like 5:30 in the morning or 6 in the morning or whatever it was. And it was fucking amazing, because it was the same thing, there's I'm the only person in there. There might be one other person in there.
Right, hell yeah. That was always good. I think my other... It's really funny, though. The one thing that I did notice, and it could be true for the Greenville one, depending... I would go to the Richmond Walmart. I'd be like, I'm just going to go to Richmond Walmart today and see what's going on. And there would be a bunch of Mexicans in there. And I don't know why they shop, way late at night. I don't know if it's because they all just have... I think maybe they a lot of times buy shit from the grocery, like lettuce and stuff, you know, like after they close their restaurants and stuff, and I don't know, they would be like, there'd be just big families of Mexicans like in there, and I'm like, oh damn it, people are in here, they're in my fucking way. And it was always like that at Richmond, and I feel like, I don't know, right there by Union City where there a lot of Mexicans live too, you might get that in Greenville.
I don't know, never.
Probably in there, so you don't have to deal with a bunch of white people going, "Look at all them fucking dirty
Could
Mexicans."
Could be.
All these entitled white bitches that will walk down
That's
the fucking
right.
aisle.
Yeah, trying to avoid
They're
Ariana.
trying to avoid all the Arianas. You're gonna be the new Karen. Move over, Karen. We got Ariana now.
Next level
To be-
Karen. What's the next level Karen?
It's
Like
a-
Brenda or something?
Ooh, I don't know, maybe.
It's like one of those Pokemon evolved church or something.
That's funny. Yeah, you got the Karen and the
Hairdo. Gotta get a haircut.
The hair, the Karen hairdo just keeps getting bigger and bigger with it.
That's right. The final boss, Karen, Ariana.
She doesn't just want to speak to the manager, she wants to speak to the CEO.
That's me.
Hell yeah. I think I would do that sometime. If I get mad at a place, I'll be like, can I speak to the CEO? Like the next
Fuck it, I
level.
want to talk to the CFO. Give me the guy who's got all the money. I want to yell at him.
That's right, there you go. Sounds like a plan.
God, I still can't think of what the fuck I was gonna talk
That's
about. Maybe that's
unfortunate.
all. No, it wasn't that. I was gonna say maybe it was going to Walmart, but I'm pretty sure I was talking before going to Walmart.
I'm still having like mental flashbacks to the idea of y'all staring at each other's like, you know, coochies, half waxed, half not, through a magnifying glass, trying to get the magnifying like mirror, get the right angle, and then looking like some kind of scary roast beef, hairy, scary roast beef sandwich shit going on.
Hairy roast beef sandwich, that's
It's
funny.
not hair anymore.
That's right.
Well,
she's
it's half
waxing
hairy
it.
because you're waxing it.
A wax roast beef sandwich. That's funny because you say wax and it's kind of like racks, like the old restaurant. That's funny because I thought I said that.
Free chocolate chip cookie.
That's right.
With
It's really fun.
your hairy vagina roast beef.
Yes, it's really funny because when I said wax, I thought I said racks. I was like, did I just say wax roast beef? That's funny stuff.
Alright, so we are at
Yeah.
107. What have we learned today, guys?
I don't know.
That I'm not a basic bitch. But
That's
I already
right.
knew that because everybody says
She's
that
an
I'm.
entitled white bitch.
Yeah, I'm an entitled white bitch,
That's
but I'm
right.
not a basic white bitch.
There you go. Hell yeah. I know we've talked about, so there was something really funny that happened. And I know like Ron wants to do cartwheels while having diarrhea and stuff.
I'm telling you, that would be hilarious to see if I could do a cartwheel. It'd almost be worth
That
it.
would be hilarious to see you do a cartwheel.
That looking at your vagina in a magnified mirror and looking at a penis in a magnified mirror, two totally opposite things.
Yeah, yeah. What one's just a way to send like really awkward, unfortunate dick pics to whoever catches that?
That's funny.
Because, you know, pretty much all dick pics are unfortunate, but,
That's true.
you know, magnifying class dick
I
pics.
saw a meme about that today. It was like
Magnifying.
supply of dick pics in the blue, demand for dick pics red, and the whole pie chart was blue.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a true thing.
I just keep thinking about that one chick out there that's like, man, I want every dick pic because I want to see the biggest possible every dick, and I want to do them all.
The good thing about getting dick pics is if you get a random dick pic that you don't want, you can send one back.
Yes, I was gonna say that.
Like, mine's bigger and blacker.
That's right.
Bam!
There you go. Hey, cool. I can do that too. Like, hey, want to trade pics? Bam. Okay, well, I didn't agree to it, but sure, why not? I'll trade you. These are the ones I got today. Who'd you get that one from?
Is this like trading Pokemon cards?
I think
Hey,
so.
that dick pic's unsolicited. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, that looks just like my buddy Steve's.
That is your buddy Steve's.
Shit. Steve didn't tell me about that.
That's funny.
Steve Foreskin. All right, shall we do our jingle or shall we make
Sure.
up some more bullshit?
I don't think I have anything else to say, and I didn't learn a whole lot today.
I'm sure I have more to say, but I forgot what it was, so maybe next
That's
week.
right.
Write it down.
Strobingbuttplug.com. Like, subscribe,
Like,
share.
subscribe. And since
Some
we
dick
didn't do
pics.
it properly earlier, our other co-host,
Is
The
the
buddy.
The buddy. There we
no,
go.
no, no,
Comment.
the buddy.
Comment for the buddy.
That's right. We'll read
Give us
all,
thoughts. Give us
we'll
your
read,
thoughts
we'll
on the
read
buddy.
all of your comments to Buddy, and
Yeah.
he won't give a shit.
And yeah, he probably will. I was gonna say he will respond, but he probably won't.
If you prefer I read them, I'll read them erotically like a woman.
That would be great.
I will, definitely. So lots of comments,
Do
please.
it on the podcast.
I will.
There you go.
I'll do it to
There's a
myself.
comment from Joe.
That's right.
Joe says,
My, how sexy you look today.
Sounds like a, I don't know, like a big woman with a big voice.
Kind of reminds me of like
I'm husky.
Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs.